Hi everyone, welcome to Poudre D'Or Village. Start the montage. Look at this, it's not just a village sign, it's also the bus stop. This blue hut here behind me is actually, believe it or not, one of the most famous haleem stands in Mauritius, not just in Poudre D'Or, but it is in Poudre D'Or and it's one of the most famous in Mauritius. So I'm going to get haleem, and they also make a really good mean frites, which is noodles. Riki will be getting some of that. But right here. Riki putting some garlic on, and look at the bottle, it is full of garlic pieces.
But it's quite mild garlic.
Well, we don't know because it's got chunks of garlic in it. This is my haleem. I put some chili on already, that's the red stuff on top. Look at how awesome it is, and I just love the new wooden spoons. Oh man, mouth-wateringly good.
And the noodles, look at those. Yum, yum, yum.
How much meat it actually has.
Yeah, no, they're great.
And for both of these, let's just bring them together. 100 rupees.
Brilliant.
Oh, feasting like kings.
And a view.
Oh, I'm going to try some of this haleem. Oh, ooh.
Someone agrees.
Oh, it's hot. Oh, it is beautiful.
Sorry, back
wooden
to you.
spoons don't actually pick up much. I think you have to drink it.
I think so too.
Oh, that was just pure chili.
Walk it off. The dog thinks you're quite nuts.
Because I slept and they just slapped all the chili off the top. These are Riki's noodles. And just behind that is the sea. So focus on the noodles. Awesome. Focus on the sea. Awesome. Switch between the two. Even better. Enjoy. I mean, bon appetit. No, it's not Riki slurping noodles. It had to happen.
Best of both. Bit of my noodle with some haleem in it. Yum, yum, yum. And how is this? You know, super pleasant. It's the way to spend a day. And of course, Brian being watched. Does it work? Does it work?
This is actually a national heritage site. The monument to the Saint Geran. And yes, it does talk a lot about Paul and Virginie because, well, the Saint Geran does feature quite heavily in Bernardine de Saint Pierre's book. I could actually read it there. But anyway, so this is the monument. We'll actually head in this direction a little bit so that you can actually see they have a marker that shows you exactly where the Saint Geran sank and where the passes were. And believe it or not, it was actually on a beautifully mooned night. That means it was quite light and everything. And there was no wind, no storms or anything like that. And yet, the idiots in charge of the boat decided to come in too close to the shore. And they crashed against the reef. But anyway, let me show you this. So, this is the plaque. And as you can see, Saint Geran Pass. Oh, there have been more than one shipwreck. Saint Geran shipwreck. One there, and then a shipwreck on the 5th of August 2011. So, out there, somewhere on the reef there, Saint Geran shipwreck is straight ahead. Okay, so it's straight ahead. Let's just move around because of the tree in the way. So it's right out there. Probably there that the ship actually sank.
Oh, a beach cat. Beach cat is hunting. Beach cat is shy. So out there are probably some fishermen. Fishing is part of the intangible heritage of Mauritius, and Poudre D'Or is one of the main villages that still has traditional fishermen.
And that's a traditional pirogue boat. I don't know if you can see it, the blue one. That was actually probably made just around the corner in Grand Gorb.
Probably. They're just between the trees.
Under normal circumstances, this is a really nice place to come. I mean, you got benches. Look at that. Look at that kiosk. Great seating. And there are a lot of seats around here. And the monument is right there. Poudre D'Or means powdered gold. So as you can see, someone's been trying to dig it up.
I love Poudre D'Or.
Riki's favourite villages.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It is a little bit low tide, as you can see. Normally the water is up above those rocks there. But if you look across there at that cream house, that one there, they're actually on Airbnb and it's not expensive to stay here.
It's another stroke of luck. People here are really friendly and super helpful. They keep asking us if we need help with directions and things. But then this lady said, no, this is actually her place. It's on Airbnb. Oh wow, this is a nice place to spend your holiday.
Oh man, look at that view. Oh, and you can see where we're going next. Wow. Beautiful wooden lookout point, I suppose, with a shingled roof, which is always cool. And I suppose when the water fills up here, this is like one of those picturesque things where you come with your girl, your best girl, and she stands here, but I don't have a best girl because Riki's all the way over there. It's okay, we're not showing, we only show the good stuff.
Yeah, we won't show.
Oh wow, this is on Airbnb. How much was it on Airbnb?
On Airbnb, 38
Euro. 38 euros. So guys, remember that when you see how awesome this place, look at the tiles. Wow, it is so beautiful. There is a little bit of renovation going on. So, and this wood. Look at this wood.
Well, it's my husband who has done all.
He makes this.
Yeah.
Her husband makes this. So if you guys want these walls, I know someone who knows. Her husband makes them. Those are so beautiful. And you got your outside chair and table.
Everything you need for cooking, which is perfect. Good size fridge and a stove. And a proper sink. So you could spend a good length of time here.
So everything is there, cutlery. All the cutlery and crockery.
Yeah.
And there are your cups. So everything you need.
Everything.
And the plates. So everything you actually need here, including a rice cooker. Or is that a slow cooker? Oh, I think it's a slow cooker.
Wow. Massive, massive main bedroom. Huge bed. AC. And a TV. And then you've got a bathroom.
Oh, wow.
Shower. Toilet. Beautiful basin with vanity. This is really nice.
How awesome is this place, and how lucky were we that we were able to come in. I'm going to show you the view outside because that's the best thing. Inside it is beautiful. It is absolutely modern, fantastically, and warm. It feels warm in here. Not hot, there's air conditioning. It just feels like cozy. And this is so comfortable. Ooh. Yeah, I could spend some time here. And that's my view. Everyone. That's the view I get from here. I'll show you outside. It is so cool. And look at that. I didn't notice before because I was so excited. They have the kayaks that you can go straight out there and canoe around.
2 kayaks you're allowed to use.
Okay, so free with the place.
Yeah, they come with the place.
Oh, wow. That is so cool. If you love kayaking, what was it? 38 euros. You get that awesome room, you get that awesome view, and you get a kayak. Nice. This is St. Mark Church. Oh, look, they got a bell there. But it's right here on the beach, just down from the Paul and Virginie sign.
It was built in 1888.
How cool is this tree next to it? Wow, and I think that's a community center right there. But the church with the tree is probably going to look really good. That's a mango tree. What a gnarly old mango tree, and what an awesome church. Pity about the blue bins. Don't worry, Riki will fudge those out.
Yeah, chopped a lot. Must have been huge.
Yeah.
So this church was built here, although there's a really big church just across the way. It was built because it's a bit closer to the barracks, which is currently the hospital. And the guys staying in the barracks could easily walk here to come pray.
That's a pretty cool view of the front of the church. Rockery and Riki. This used to be Saint Philemon. Now it's called Marie Rue something.
Marie Wren.
Marie Wren, there we go. But it is huge and it has a fascinating story. I mean, that is really tall up there and coming all the way down. Oh, and down there. But originally in this area, everyone had to go to church in Pampelmoes, which is a long way away. So to build this church, what they did was all the landowners started paying extra tax so this church would get built. Guess what? We don't know where that money went. Who knows where that money went? Because then a little bit later on, another 50 years later, they decided to pay more to get this church built. Because they're still going to Pampelmoes.
Yeah, from 1788 they start paying an annual tax towards the church. And by 1831 there's still no church. And then in 1835 things are looking up because government has recruitment notices.
It's recruiting to get people who know how to be artisans to build churches. But guess what? No, they didn't get it then. So then they got more money, and then the person who owned the sugar mill in the area gave them the land and some poles, and they were finally able to start building this in 1845.
1841.
1841 they started building it and completed it what seems like 6 years later. But it was really important that they got this built because there was nothing else. And it was more important to actually have the cemetery because to get the bodies to Pampelmoes was a real problem. Unfortunately,
They got the design from Father Laval, as with most of the churches.
Is this a Father Laval?
Yes,
Father
inspired
Laval.
by the churches in Normandy.
Okay, so it's a Normandy-inspired church. Have a look at this back piece. It's like a bulge. It's probably inside the church. It looks like they probably have a Mary or something in that piece. A lot of work that actually went into this church was actually done by the Staub brothers. Remember them from Cottage? They had Fourback where they built the
Windmill.
the National Monument windmill. And so this was their closest one as well. So this was going to be their church. And they asked if it could be called St. Nicholas after the patron saint of Lilliputian,
Lorraine.
where they came from. Lorraine.
Lorraine in France, yeah. Not after Nicholas Staub.
And obviously Nicholas Staub, but he wasn't being glory hunting. He really did have the patron saint. But what he did was he got them a painting of St. Nicholas to hang in there. But it was actually, the subject was someone from Lorraine. So he got his own in the end.
Sort of.
Sort of. But they called it Saint Philemon, and now they have to call it
Marie Wren.
Marie Wren. No, it can't be.
I'm really not sure.
This is plumbing.
It looks incredibly old.
Yeah.
I mean, that stonework,
The
obviously.
cemetery is just there. Just see something there.
Strange. So if anyone knows what this is, very, very impressive structure. Those are big palm trees next to it. It doesn't care, it's way bigger. See straight over those palm trees. Oh, okay, so renovations were done in 1997, but I do think they've just started some more renovations at the moment.
But that was 150 years.
Yeah.
So that's not to go in. That's to actually live here.
So that's the cemetery at Marie Wren. Old and new.
Old
And a lot of blue.
very blue area. This was actually the first church that was built since the cathedral at Port Louis. You know, Saint Louis Cathedral in Port Louis. This is the first one that was built after that. Wow, that was 1816 and this one is 1840. So they didn't actually build churches a lot. We're actually at the river and a car has come. We haven't seen a car here the whole time and now one's coming. Wow, what a picturesque piece of boatage and well, we'll go have a look at it in a minute because I just found something really cool just across the road here. Let me swing you around. Have a look at that. It's a goat. And he is tethered. Oh, and he's scared of me a little bit, but he's not actually tethered. He's escaped. Villas, you could actually come stay here. Let me show you. Villa Coin de North. Their phone numbers when they open up again. I'm sure it's going to be a great place to stay.
Somewhere here you can also get someone who will take you on a boat to Amber Island.
Okay.
There's an excursion company. And I assume they'll take you fishing and all sorts.
Yeah, maybe
I think
that's
this is the Citronelle River.
Citronelle River.
Something like that. Lots of little fish. Oh, there's quite a big one. How tranquil is that?
This is actually handmade. This is not bought at a store. This is actually handmade by the man here. It's part of intangible heritage. Normally they would use a reed, but he's using metal and bending it into this shape. This is actually going to be a fishing net. What skill does it take to do that?
I don't think it's someone's house. I think it's probably part of the church grounds. I don't know. But this is what makes Poudre D'Or so great. You got the seaside, absolutely, but then you've also got this piece of river.
That's the villa from the other side.
It's really quite lovely. Just in case someone says, you missed it, this is a really, really great old stone bridge, which it probably is. There it is, look at the great old stone bridge.
The river does carry on down there a bit, and it looks like there might be a bit of a garden here. But it is unfortunately that it's a little bit overgrown, because they are planting new things and they're protecting them, as you can see. So, well, that nearly walked you into a tree there.
It's like a little arboretum.
Oh, there's a bridge. I mean, I know I walked over it, but there's an actual bridge. Look at that bridge. It is like a solid stone bridge with the 3 layers in it. Wow, what a cool old bridge.
Of course someone's not going to forget to mention the bridge. He was just a bit late.
This is actually the Poudre D'Or police station, and it has always been here. This is the old building, which is from before 1880, even before 1860, probably 1840. That's our closest guess. And you can see up there's some stone, but it is unfortunately been plastered over. Next door is a more modern building, which is the new police station. You can see they still have the steel bars, but look at the stonework up there. You can actually tell it's the square cut.
There's a wooden roof underneath, and they put a new one on top.
Yes, it does actually. Well spotted, Rick. That's a wooden roof.
And they've put a steel one on top to protect it.
And you can actually see in here, now that it's broken, that there actually is a piece of stone in there. And on the edges you can see the cornerstones like they always are. Oh, look around the back here. Poor old thing. Oh, cool. This is actually the best bit of it. Have a look. I don't know. I'll get run over here for sure. For sure. This is a main thoroughfare.
This is the main, we don't say traffic circle, this is like a traffic triangle.
And that's what happens all the time.
Traffic triangle.
That's the back of the police station. But look at this wall on the front. I mean, genuinely old piece of wall. Right here, just sitting out on the street. And look what it's got, look what it's got. It's got a door. You almost open it. I probably actually could. And the stone wall here, right here. Water, drinking water maybe.
Totally creeping up the little gecko. Did you see
Oh,
it?
look at it. Oh, I didn't even see it.
Oh, actually, there's actually a really old little piece of wall down here as well. Very difficult to see, but you can see it just a little bit further down.
Yeah, well spotted, Rick. There's proper stone, there's proper old stone. The store for all of you who believe in the New World Order. Freemasons or something.
Okay, so Poudre D'Or is quite a big village. Traditionally fishing. Kind of got this circular street that we're walking around now. So the police station, everything is sort of like in an island in the middle.
Yeah.
And then that triangle circle thing. So it is quite confusing, but roads come in and out here and go all over the place. Although it's a coastal town. This makes no sense, but if you come to Poudre D'Or, you'll understand. And although there's no shortage of sidewalks over there and over there, Brian is walking in the middle.
Around the police station, which is right here, there are quite a few retail stores. I did see some, that the one I showed you with the pyramid, and these ones here. What's kind of interesting is look at the size of this bus stop. I don't know what those pictures are about. Fight aids, maybe that's what they are. What a great bus stop.
Well, I've never been to this side of Poudre D'Or.
It is absolutely stunning. There's some kids playing with some boats there. I'll go and have a look in a minute. But while I was here, there's another piece of intangible history, like the net maker. Nelzia Vant was a storyteller, but not just stories, and that's the problem, is that the stories went along with sound effects and the tapping of a drum, or the tapping of a foot, or the creaky chair. It was all such a great show, and none of it was actually recorded. Unfortunately, not even the stories were written down. It's a piece of history that we've lost, unfortunately. Look at how awesome this boat is. Wow, it's like handmade, a sailboat. There's another one over there. Watch this. Oh, wow. And it's tacking into the wind. Oh man. Oh man. Wow, that is so much skill. That is so much skill. Wow. Thank you so much.
So the art of pirogue building is still alive.
Oh man, I always like finding one of the examples of the original pirogues. And this is one. This is actually an original pirogue. Oh wow, look at it. With its little sail, or little, massive mast. A proper pirogue, handmade wooden boat. Wow. Wow. Oh, and them all. Look at them all. Now that's a clever idea. That's a wooden pirogue. But someone has fiberglassed the outside, which is going to make it more durable, but also have the more comfortable wooden boat on the inside. Wow! It's a boat race. Wow, and that one's actually going really fast, but not in the right direction. This one is probably going to win.
Straight and true.
Straight and true. Oh, he turned at the last minute. The other one's going to win. Oh, I think this one just 1 second ahead of that one.
But that's pretty cool. Not quite the same as pirogue building, but the spirit is still there.
Yeah.
And to have kids sitting enjoying the ocean and racing boats is perfect. It's a perfect thing for them to be doing.
It is.
And look at this place, so much seating and concrete tables. Yeah, they're plastic drums. And brilliant.
The craftsmanship of the guy who actually chiseled this out of... Nah, just kidding, it's an oil drum that they made a concrete bench out of.
That's so cool. Well done you. I'm not sure what the big ones were made out of, but they're obviously also repurposed from something.
Which big ones?
Well, I see things over there.
Yeah.
Obviously something to do with fishing or something. Tying up a boat, maybe they're bollard. How do you sink an anchor or mooring point? Nazir Vant. He was also known as Ton Nazir, old, which means Nelzia. Old Nazil.
Old Nazil. Well, it's a little bit more. Let me get a little bit closer here and tell you a story, yes, like he would tell, with a tap on the chair, maybe 2 stones banging against something. But he used to anthropomorphize the animals. And his stories were mainly about the animals taking on man, and how man always used to lose.
Yeah, because the animals were smarter.
Because the animals actually turned out to be smarter. So
yeah, I'd like to find some, at least if someone's written them down.
Yeah, maybe someone's written one of them down that they could... Yeah.
We could imagine how it might have been told animatically.
If someone can find one, I'll tell it. I'll do the story with
that
the
would be
creaking
brilliant.
and everything. So put a link for me somewhere
Yeah.
that I can check it out.
Great.
This is the Poudre D'Or Hospital. Oh, how did you guys end up there? Anyway, 1864 is when they built this. It was actually when the church was built. The nuns that came with the church. I don't know quite how that works. Maybe some nuns came and there was... Anyway, so they came and they started a school here and actually started the hospital as well. And believe it or not, in the back of it is the barracks where the soldiers used to go, and that's why they built that other church just there. So this is it. We are not allowed to film inside. It is a chest hospital, so I don't know. Better to be safe and stay outside, but also we don't have permission to record inside. Oh, that's cool. Have a look at that. 1864. And if you look in the background, you can just make out the barracks, but that's all we're allowed to show you. But the actual stonework, and it has been painted, and they do need to, because out here the weather is bad. But it is proper stonework under all this paint. And they made it blue and white, like Mary. The Mary thing. But it's a hospital. How cool is it?
And the hospital is just at the end of the beach area. If you want to come have a look.
Can't film inside, but we are allowed to go in and have a look. And it is worth it. But the reason I'm trekking out here is because there's something I am allowed to film. Look at that wall! Wow! How beautifully cut is the stonework! Oh man, it's like perfect here. You can see that the blocks are actually made of stone. They're a big square block. And then the old... This is an aqueduct. This would have brought water. This is an actual aqueduct. I wonder how far it goes. Just across there is the Airbnb I showed you earlier. Or later. Is the Airbnb. Anyway, we had a place called Camp Legas, which means knowledge.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Look at this place. I know it's very windy, but have a look at it. I'm going to get into it a little bit. Wow. This building, it's like right on the sea. Right on the sea. And the balcony around it. It's abandoned. I mean, this could actually be a place. That's the view from this veranda. Wow. Sorry about the wind a bit. And have a look at that. There are more structures here.
I don't know. It's quite amazing. And over there you can just make out Murray Wren, the church.
Extreme zooming, guys, but look, that's the shore, and if we zoom in a bit and we try to focus, look who's there, it's the church. Awesome. So I'm just going to go through all the rooms. See, this is a nice room, and this is another nice room, and it has a doorway to another place. It actually has beautiful tiled floors. And then into a back room, and we can actually get out the back here. It's got a really big tree root in it. And around through what this room is, I don't know, it's like a hotel.
I have no idea.
It is a beautiful house, and the bathrooms are back here. Yeah, bathrooms back there. Oh, and it's got the red tile here. Let me show you. So a beautiful red tile here. And where Riki was. I didn't actually show you Riki. I don't understand why this place was abandoned. It is on the sea. It is on the sea. Sea views from everywhere.
I think they mentioned something about the land is being leased or something. So I don't know. Maybe whoever's leasing it is just leaving it like that. I don't know.
This is the view. I'll take you out to the veranda, but it's a little bit windy. Maybe they closed it down because it was too windy. But no, seriously? How cool is how cool is this? Abandoned house.
Some of the main joists still looking pretty good, Nick.
This is quite modern, but they actually have the roof holder uppers. How cool are those?
Romans were here.
Have a look at this area. Whoa, you guys are getting blown away. Anyway, I'll try to get a better view of it. But it's like built up, man-made type stuff. This is actually part of the economic resource, the Marine Economic Resource Group. Mauritian government. But I have no idea what they're doing, but they've got cameras and things out there. It might be something to do with oyster farming or some sort of food security. We just don't know. Can I go see that building?
No. The road to get here is quite bad. Sorry, Tammy.
Oh man, I can't wait until we can use that fireplace again. And getting a fish straight off from one of the fishermen and just cooking it right here is the best thing in the world. Poudre d'Or, it's gold. And it's moments like that that are gold, but we still don't know why Poudre d'Or has its name. When Clark came in the 1860s, 1850s, wow, long time ago, he was actually told the story that it's called gold because of the color of the sugar that they make here. But the problem is it's been called Poudre d'Or a lot longer than they've had sugar here. Interesting. So, give me your theory. Send me your theories on why it's called Poudre d'Or. Maybe it's the gold of the setting sun, but that's not powder.
No, gold powder.
Gold powder.
I reckon there's gold powder in the river or something.
Maybe in that river we saw. Maybe we should have gone panning for gold.
Gold or tree.
Oh, next time we're panning for gold for sure.
But yeah, the sun sets on the other side of the island to this, sort of.
Yeah, here it is.
So you get this great sunsetting without the sun in your eyes. It's perfect.
Oh man, just a quick 360 from the pier. Look at this place. Oh man, it is fantastic. And there's a Rick.
And there's a brat. Keep saying fish jump.
Yeah.
From the blazing sun. Oh man, the light is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Mangroves.
Oh man, how awesome. Wow, Poudre d'Or, the village of gold dust, and isn't it turning so beautifully golden? Well, we had a fantastic time. I mean, there's so much history and the street food is fantastic. Anyway everyone, see you later. Ready? Walking away from the Poudre d'Or pier for the montage. Do we do any other montages?